I just want to talk a little bit about advertising and all of the problems that I've been seeing with it. And I would love to know if you are seeing the same problems, if you're seeing different problems, or if you don't agree and you don't think there's a problem with advertising. But there is, and let me tell you a few of the reasons why. I work full time as a therapist, and advertising has come up in people's sessions more times than I could count for you here today. Advertising uses things that they call pain points to target things that people are already feeling societal pressure about. So for women, so often that's appearance based, it's hair things, makeup things, weight loss. And then men will often be targeted with financial status, performance anxieties, the sexualization of women. And constantly being fed these images has a very real and profound impact on people. For clients to come in weeping, telling me about how they are being targeted over and over by this advertising that's making them feel bad, and then seeing exactly what they're talking about in my personal life when I'm trying to watch YouTube or Hulu is infuriating. It doesn't make me want to buy those products, it just fills me with blind rage. I have adjusted the advertisement settings on my Google account multiple times, and it just doesn't matter. It just won't quit. All I get are advertisements about hair improvement and weight loss. And I am somebody who has struggled with an eating disorder. It has taken years of my life and my health. I have both personal and professional concerns about the growing use of GLP-1, Ozempic, Wegovy, all of those kind of drugs, and the very little care or thought that's being put into how this could medically assist someone in their eating disorder. Psychologists have discussed this in depth, and I'll try to leave a couple of links to their work below. But when you look into what GLP-1 medications do, there's a couple of different functions, but one that really stands out to me is that it artificially mimics hormones that tell you when you are full. So it's not changing what your body needs by any means. It's just changing your ability to recognize the signals your body's trying to send you. And this medication is being made publicly available to anybody who just wants to lose weight. So there's very little doubt to me that there are a lot of circumstances that this is being used under which it's not healthy for the person's body. And it's being used basically to facilitate an eating disorder. And I'm just gonna whisper here that I think it's a really big coincidence that heroin chic became popular again right before the launch of all of these drugs. And Eli Lilly, CEO, is bragging about how much money these drugs are gonna make the company. I know someone, and this is a comment on the advertising, not on her choices, but I know someone who was fed TikTok advertisements about a beauty treatment that was over $6,000 until she did it, until she second guessed her own appearance enough looking at that she went out and spent that money. It's infuriating that we can't participate in online spaces without having this shit shoved down our throat. There are probably millions of women who do not want to constantly be told or reminded of how they're not good enough, that have no choice if they want to engage with any of these digital sites. I've also heard firsthand from clients how constant advertising about ED can feel like a privacy violation. For some people, that is a very personal problem, and they don't want it to be basically announced to their circle of friends through targeted advertising. I also see a direct line between that are experiencing like stress or anxiety or other life impact related to their financial status and the way financial status is used in advertising. And then the over sexualization of women, the way that that impacts our society is such a big topic. I feel like I would need to really think and plan out more what I would want to say about that, but that's a huge factor in the problems of advertising too. And it's very upsetting to see the way that these things are impacting the younger generations, with very young girls like learning to second guess their appearance at just unprecedented rates so that these companies can make even more money by preying on people's insecurities. This is a little bit unrelated, but I also saw an advertisement the other day that really pissed me off. I don't remember what the company was, and I wouldn't even really want to say it if I did, but it was an advertisement of somebody at their therapist's office, and they're talking about their problem with like, I think it was like TV related, and the therapist is like, oh, well, have you tried this? And that just like made my blood boil. I don't even know if I can really explain why, other than you have to have so much trust with your therapist, you know, telling them kind of how you feel inside and everything that you've been through. And for that relationship to get used and misrepresented to sell some bullshit, like, I don't know, it just made me so mad. Anyway, I think that's enough time thinking about this, but I'm sure it won't be the last time, because if you guys have seen probably any of my other videos, you know that advertising just makes me so angry. I genuinely don't know if I'll survive on YouTube because of it. I might switch to a different platform if I find one, but I will see you in the next video.